Hi everyone, my name is Heather and I'm the person behind Happy Puppy Truffles. Today I wanted to do another fun shikishi or display board kind of origami to kind of showcase some origami that you might have done and make it suitable as something you can kind of hang around your house or give to somebody as a gift. And I thought we did a really kind of fun one with some different kinds of leaves last time, and I thought I'd kind of follow the same sort of fall color theme to make just basically a collection of trees. And I know I do understand that this particular tree is like an evergreen, and so they don't change color obviously in the fall, but I think for the purpose of getting this cool kind of collection of trees all in different various colors. It's a fun and easy origami to do, and you can get lots of pieces that you can kind of put together to kind of look like a forest of trees that have changed color. So it's more of kind of an abstract interpretation. It's not meant to be serious, obviously, but so what I've got here is my little trees that I've made. Now, I'll put a link here so you guys can look and see and be reminded of how to make these. Like I said, they're super easy. This is a great project to do with kids because you guys can all work together to make lots of trees and put them on your board to kind of show a little forest, if you will. To kind of add a bit of perspective, I'm going to have some that are a little bit bigger in the front and they get smaller in the back. And so what I wound up doing was I used handmade paper, and I have, I believe, 5 different colors here. And there I kind of just randomly chose some so that I could have 3 of each of the sizes I have, and I just made my sizes decrease by 1 centimeter. So if you're looking to kind of try to do what I've done, and that's just if you want to have a lot, you could make this obviously with just a couple of trees. You don't need to have this many, but I had paper that was 15 by 15 centimeters, paper that was 14 by 14 centimeters, 13 by 13, 12 by 12, 11 by 11, and 10 by 10. And I just had 3 of each of those, and that way I was able to get 18 trees, and I'm just going to be layering them a lot to kind of give that illusion of a forest. So, and to kind of follow along, I have sort of just this kind of, light pale green to kind of use just as a background. This isn't meant to be something you can recognize perfectly. It's just meant to be more abstract. So I'm going to put these guys to the side first for a second, and then we'll go ahead and just first put this paper down onto everything. And all I'm using is just regular handmade paper. You could use so many different kinds of paper for this. There are a lot of fun ways that you could enjoy making things for this. So it's sort of just up to you guys of what you'd like to do. But I'm just going to first start off by putting some glue on the back of this board so that I can get it stuck down, so I can get this paper stuck down. When you do this, it's good to find like one edge. It's always going to have the ink, glue on it, and then you just kind of rotate your paper around. There's nothing worse than getting this in the wrong spot and winding up getting glue all over your paper. We don't want to do that, obviously, so just keep kind of shifting a little bit away from things. And then if you want, you can put some, just put a big cross of glue right there in the middle. And if, depending on the kind of handmade paper you're using, you can have some trouble with little fibers sometimes. I'm using some that's a little thicker, so it doesn't tend to show, it doesn't tend to flake so much. Sometimes they do kind of shed. When you kind of smooth them out, you get a bit of paper on your fingers, but this isn't too bad. So, but that's sort of my base there, and then I'm just going to kind of play around here with, like I said, I'm going to start with the smaller ones in the back, and you can also choose to, I'm going to have a couple of them, kind of going over the edge here with this first one, for example. And I'm just going to have them kind of come down in an angle here. So if you want, you could just take some scissors and then kind of cut these pieces. So if I want, you could either fold this back, which would make it kind of too thick, or you can just cut it. I'm just going to go ahead and kind of cut here so that I get a nice edge to add to everything. And then I can kind of do the same thing up there at the top too, to create a nice edge for my tree. And then if you just take and start gluing this part, and when you do that, part of it does come out, that's fine. Just kind of move that out of the way, and focus on just gluing down what's remaining. It's a point of preference on this particular origami. If this part that kind of pops up bugs you, you can put glue here. I'm going to leave it and see how it looks. I think I'd like to kind of give a little bit of dimension to everything, so I'm going to let it be. But let's get a little bit glue on this guy here. I think because I'm going to be gluing all these parts down anyway, the only part will pop up is this bottom part right underneath the tree. And I've even glued on this edge, so it's not really going to pop up that much. It should be fine. And I'm just going to start, randomly kind of, arranging these guys to be, in a case where you need to, cut off anything from the edge here. You could do that, of course, to try to just create the illusion of a bunch of trees here. And I think it's kind of fun to just sort of like randomly do it and kind of see where things take you. This can be a lot of fun, like I said, to do with kids. And I'll kind of show you guys as I get more of these down how everything turns out when I'm done here. But I'll get most of this going. And I'm just going to work kind of at an angle to get all of this kind of coming along the side here. So we're getting down to the end here, and like I said, it just kind of is a fun little way to layer up some things. And obviously, if you didn't want to make all these trees, you could just put some triangles in the background. But I think the trees aren't that hard, and like I said, it's fun to kind of do as a project with some kids. You can really enjoy and learn some of the early steps to origami because of how easy this particular origami is. So I'll go ahead and get this last little guy right here. Let's see. Try to get it really big here, maybe. Just going to cut right along this edge. There's certainly so many fun and different ways this could go, so I think it can be just a really simple and easy kind of project that you can do, especially if you've got some fun color paper like I did. I happen to have some really nice fall colors that I thought would be fun to use for something like this. But that's kind of the finished piece here with a nice layering of little trees in autumn colors. I hope you guys are enjoying the slight lull before we get all crazy into the holiday season. I love this time of year. Everything is so pretty out and everything smells so good. So I hope you all enjoy fall, and I'll have some more fun projects for you guys next time.